Hi everybody, and welcome to Garden Style. So today I have another new project that I'm working on. I inherited a couple of really cool antique pots, hopefully you can see them back here, and I'm doing something a little different with them out here in the garden. I needed a little more of a focal point on this edge of the yard. So what I did was, again, I have another stump that I'm trying to disguise. So I set one up on the stump, and then I have another one right behind me here that's I decided to tilt down. And I've seen this idea in several gardens, and it's something that I wanted to try here today. And I'm going to introduce you to a couple new specimens that I have today in order to get this accomplished. So most of you are probably very familiar with snapdragons. I adore them just because they're another perennial that comes back every year. They bloom and bloom and bloom, and they can also reseed themselves. So you want to be a little careful as to where you place these unless you don't mind getting new seedlings the following year. That's all dependent, of course, on how harsh your winters are in your particular zone. I'm in zone 8 here, and a lot of times we have a pretty mild winter where it doesn't get below 20 degrees, and these guys will just go and reseed themselves the following spring. So if you want some new plants, that's a great way to do it. But I'm going to be placing these in the pot up here, and then I purchased a whole bunch of super petunias, got their little capes on, and this is what I'm going to use to spill out of this pot, and it's actually going to spill through this portion of the garden that I'm currently sitting in right now to create just a really neat effect that just looks like the pot tipped over and all these flowers just fell out. So I am going to go through and start planting all of this to show you how I can accomplish that. Another specimen I wanted to introduce you to, I was so hoping the nursery would have these. These are brand new, and this is called Ansonia, and this happens to be blue ice, and this is another fantastic new hybrid that has come out. New perennial, and they have these beautiful leaves on them, and it almost looks like a miniature shrub, but they are in fact like a small perennial. And this particular one, this brand new one here, I didn't even look to see the zone on this so I could let you know what it is. These are good from zone 4 through 8, so they can take a cold winter, and I just happen to be in zone 8, so I know these will be fine and start coming back year after year. But the coolest thing about this new variety is they just bloom and bloom and bloom all summer long. And I read about them earlier this spring, and I was just so hoping that the nurseries would get them in, and sure enough, we got them in. You can count on Monrovia to be on top of things. So I'm going to be planting 4 or 5 of these in this garden bed as well. And these have just started to bloom, and I already see where they're starting to send out some more. And I have a whole bunch of them sitting over here that I'm getting ready to plant. But I wanted to introduce these to you. They have this cute little periwinkle blue flower on them. They almost remind me of a forget-me-not, only a lot more stout than that. Now these guys will get about 12 to 15 inches high and about 24 inches wide. So they are like a small shrublet, but they are still considered a perennial. And these just have lovely leaves on them when they're not in bloom. So if you need a good filler plant, this is a real good way to go. And I purchased 4 or 5 of these today just to fill up another space that I am trying to get filled in here on the edge of the yard. But I will get started here and start planting, and you guys can just watch the progress and follow along. So here we go. Ta-da! Now it's planted. So I will be able to just give this a little bit of time and these petunias will grow in. And it should be a solid mass of nothing but flowers here in the next couple of weeks. And then right over here, I planted all of the Amsomnia. And I have kind of a new ornament in my garden. I added another angel. Love angels. And she adds a nice focal point over here as well. And then, of course, right off to the side, we have some flowers spilling out of their pot and down into the garden bed. And I can't wait to show you guys what this looks like in about 3 to 4 weeks when all of this is filled in. But great way to finish off the corner over here. This corner has needed some attention for quite a while now. And there we go. All right, you guys, another fun little project and hopefully a couple new plants you've learned about today. Snapdragons in the back there with our supertunias. That just happens to be a Wine and Roses Weigela that you see there with the dark leaves, with a rose bush sitting right next to it. And of course the Amsomnia, which will all grow in together and give this angel some fluff down there at the bottom. Okay. Alright, you guys, another fun little project in Debbie's garden today. Hope you enjoyed this short little video. And trust me, lots more projects coming up. One of which I'm going to be showing you how to repurpose an old watering can on a shepherd's hook. I got a really cool idea for you. And I'll introduce that in my next video. Meanwhile, any questions or comments, of course, you can get a hold of me at GardnStyleNW.com or send me an email at GardnStyleNwest@gmail.com. Love getting your comments. I just wanted to welcome all the new subscribers from this past month. It's just amazing how this channel is starting to grow, and it's all due to you guys. And just wanted to say thanks to all of you. Just keeps me inspired to come up with some new ideas and of course have you follow along with me in my garden this summer. So lots more coming up, and hope to talk to you soon. Bye for now.